Bisalams. Cranky Kareem says Alhumdullila. Written by Gazma Wajahat, illustrated by Chema Sobhi. It was a spectacular day in Salamville. The sun was shining, the birds were chirping their praises to Allah, the flowers bloomed lovely shades of lavender and crimson, and, most of all, Happy Humdy's allergy medication seemed to be working particularly well today. Alhamdulillah, sang Happy Humdy, breathing in a breath of fresh air. On the other side of town, however, things were not as chirpy. Although the sun was shining, the birds singing, and flowers blooming on this side of Salamville too, Cranky Kareem appeared to be less than pleased about it. Cranky Kareem stomped out of his house to check the mail. Gah! The sun! Going to blind me one day, I tell you! As he reached his mailbox, he covered his ears. Gah! Turn off that racket! Isn't it time for you birds to fly south yet? Shoo! Shoo! And as he walked back inside, he made certain to stomp all over the colorful flowers. Cranky Kareem sat down and poured his morning coffee into his favorite brown mug. Gah! Out of sugar? He yelled, slamming the sugar pot. Angrily, he sipped his bitter coffee and immediately spat it back out. Gah! Bitter! Cereal seemed like a safer option, he thought. After pouring his cocoa fluff into his bowl, he tilted his carton of milk and... Go! Out of milk! Crunch, crunch, crunch. Bleh! Cranky Kareem mumbled, crunching his dry cereal. At the park, Cranky Kareem sank into the bench and sighed. Ugh! Peace and quiet, finally! And just as he said this, Happy Humdy skipped over to him. Why, Cranky Kareem, assalamu alaikum! What a pleasant surprise, how are you doing? Just the usual, he groaned, and then reluctantly mumbled, And you? Oh, alhamdulillah, alhamdulillah, I am absolutely splendid. All praise to Allah for this wonderful day. But before Cranky Kareem could properly scoff, Happy Humdy bounced away. If only he had half the day I had, he wouldn't be jumping around saying Alhamdulillah. Cranky Kareem sneered as he watched Happy Humdy telling greedy Gamal and healthy Hassan about his fantastic day. Then, for the first time that day, Cranky Kareem smiled. He had an idea, and needless to say, when Cranky Kareem has an idea, it isn't the most pleasant. Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Happy Humdy sprinted towards his car for Dhuhr prayers when very sneakily Cranky Kareem stuck out his foot and tripped Happy Humdy. Happy Humdy stood up to find a pounding purple bruise on his nose. Ouch! Goodness me, I need to be more careful. That must hurt, huh? Cranky Kareem gloated, smiling ear to ear. It sure does, but alhamdulillah. Happy Humdy beamed as he carefully pounced back to his car. Cranky Kareem was disappointed. He wasn't expecting Happy Humdy to be so, well, happy. But then he thought of a bigger, better plan, a much more unpleasant plan. Happy Humdy walked towards the door of the masjid when suddenly an odd, mysteriously cranky masked man bumped into Happy Humdy, dropping a tray of syrupy baklava all over him. Oh dear, that was sticky, Happy Humdy grinned, licking his fingers. Alhamdulillah. Wiping his hands, Happy Humdy continued to walk out the masjid. Just then, his foot hit a rope and a bucket of ice-cold water fell on his head. Cold! So cold! Alhamdulillah, he chuckled, wiping his face. Drenched from head to toe, Happy Humdy walked to his car, but